Hi, I'm Shan Bhatnagar. I'm an artist and interior designer. I work out in Jaipur. My studio is here, and I also do a lot of interior projects, homes, hotels, restaurants, etc. in Delhi and Jaipur. A lot of my work is inspired by the Pushti Mart traditions of Nath Dwara of Krishna. So Krishna is something that the theme is very repetitive in my work, even in a contemporary setting. So the lotus or the cow or the colors, etc., are all very inspired by Krishna, and that is something that is deep rooted in my aesthetic sense. Having always lived in Jaipur, I kind of feel that this city really helps me gain a lot of inspiration from the architecture and the various temples and the culture that is a living tradition in this city. That is something that is really, kept me going, and I still keep discovering, I still keep finding new things, really get awed by the great, aesthetic sense of our forefathers who had created such magnificent Havelis and forts and palaces and streets, that even till today they are so relevant, and they're kind of like how you need parks for recreation and for kind of oxygen. I think you need these beautiful buildings to also as part of wellness in your own life. So today I'm going to talk about, I'm in my studio right now. This is my studio. If you can see, some of these are my paintings. At the back, I will quickly move my camera so you can see. These are some of my paintings. These are my series inspired by the Pitchwise, the paintings that are hung behind Krishna at this very important temple in Nathdwara. So these are some of the motifs that are that you frequently see: the parrots and the cows, peacocks, trees, etc. So these are some of my paintings in my studio, and various forms of Krishna. This is Radha Ramanji in Vrindavan. That is Srinathji in the winter, and another painting of Srinathji in the lotus pond. Here you go. Yep. So today I'm going to talk about this particular painting. It's Srinathji in painting of Krishna as Srinathji. This is, like I said, it's a very important temple in North India. It's in near Udaipur, this small town called Nathdwara. Originally, this temple was in Vrindavan, it is close to Delhi. But many years later, or many years after it was founded by this great priest called Vallabhacharya, who also started the Pushti Marg, the path of grace, it was moved to Mewar. It was moved to a small town near Udaipur in Rajasthan, to save from the iconoclast Aurangzeb. So this temple now is in Rajasthan, and the culture, even though it is heavily inspired by the Braj, the region where it was originally founded, is now also kind of overlapped with the Rajasthani culture. So here is a painting which is based on a famous poet Surdas's poem. Surdas lived in, I think, in around 16th century. He's a poet around that time, and he wrote beautiful couplets and songs and kirtans in praise of Krishna. He was blind, but from his inner eye, he could, kind of visualize and see. So this is a painting of Krishna, of Srinathji. His one arm is raised because he's lifting the Govardhan Parvat, the great mountain which he lifted as a child, when he was 7 years old, to protect the people of the region of Braj from the rains caused by Indra. So it was to protect the people. He lifted a whole mountain, this pose of his one arm raised up signifies that. In this painting, as you can see, there are clouds, and there's a moon, there are cows, there's Krishna, and there are flowers. So here Krishna is forcing his foster mother Yashoda. If you know the story of Krishna, he was born in Mathura, and then he was taken overnight to protect from his uncle, who was, who wanted to kill this baby, because there was a prediction that the eighth son of this couple will be the killer of his uncle. So this was a long time prediction, and so he was overnight transferred from Mathura to Vrindavan, and that's where he grew up. So his foster mother Yashoda raised him. So in this painting, Surdas he's writing that Krishna is forcing his mother to break her fast, and the mother says, "No, I will not till I see the moon." So as a child, he's trying to convince her that, "No, now please break your fast and eat with me." So here everything that was crescent shaped, he keeps getting to the mother and says, "See, this is the moon, this is a moon, now you see the moon, and now you can break the fast." So in a very childish way, he's trying to convince his mother, "Look at all these moon shaped ornaments and this crescent and star and these moon shaped things." He's finding, and she as soon as he brings it to her, she decorates him with it. And by the time this whole drama of him finding crescent shaped things in the house and then bringing them to her, when he's completely ready, and she looks at him and she says, "You are the moon of Gokul." Gokul is the place where he was, where he lived as a baby. And she says that, "You are the moon of Gokul." So he looks magnificently dressed up in all these crescent shaped ornaments. And then he lifts his arm, as Surdas says, to order the moon to shine. And so the mother can break the fast. And the whole day he's saying that cows are the closest color of moon on earth. So mother, break your fast. See what I found, this little crescent shaped thing. So mother, break your fast. Look at my eyes are moon shaped. And so why don't you break your fast? The whole day he's trying to tell his mother until he orders the moon. So he is ultimately the god. He is ultimately the, but as a baby, he was very human. He was almost, like anybody else, and very loving and beautiful. So even though, he was really the ultimate godhead, but as a child, as a brother, as a lover, when he really lived in this region in Braj, he could experience his own creation and enjoy his own creations. So this is a painting depicting Krishna and in the Chandramaka Shringar. Chandramaka Shringar literally means the ornaments of the moon, and here he is dressed and he's standing with his one arm raised, ordering the moon to expose itself from the clouds and help his mother break her fast. So this is the painting of Chandramaka Shringar from Srinathji. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've loved making this painting. My biggest inspiration for art is Surdas Ji, this famous poet. There's a very interesting incident that happened once with Surdas. Nobody believed that he was blind. The people around him were wondering, because he used to, as soon as the holy glimpse of the Lord in the temple would open for public viewing, he would immediately describe the the dress of the day or the ornaments of the day, called Shringar of the day. He would, as soon as the curtains would be drawn open for public to view the Lord, he would immediately describe what he was wearing. So one day, just to test his because people used to think that somebody is telling him, or somebody must be going and telling him that today he's wearing this color and that dress, and today's Shringar is in this particular way. But to test, one day they just suddenly opened the curtains, and he was half dressed. He wasn't completely dressed, and so he sang that, "Today I've seen you half naked, and you are beautiful. You are totally beautiful, and I'm totally drawn towards you. So, he was this great poet who had internal vision, inner vision, not the one that we use to see and, distinguish between colors and objects, but he could see from his inner eye the beauty of, the God, and his devotion is what has really inspired me to create these, these series of paintings. Even this one has story, poem that I have interpreted in my own way, and even this one. In fact, all of these are interpretations of Surdas Ji's poems. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much.